Welcome to another episode of Kirk's Kickin' Kitchen.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be making one of my best dishes that people enjoy from me, and that is my chili. Now, with my chili, I'll make it one of two ways. Either I will smoke rib overnight in a smoker and ground up beef and mix it together. You're looking for about a pound of both. Or I will use the Jimmy Dean ground sausage and some tenderloin and use some liquid smoke in order to do a half-assed version of it. Sometimes I can't sit there and monitor 8 hours of smoking out a rib. Now, one of my tricks is I use tomato paste. So I've already got my seared meat, and I want to use about a cup to a cup and a half of tomato paste. I'm going to put that in here. Now, before I put any of my other items in with it, I want to mix it up now. That way I can get the meat and the tomato paste sticking to each other. Use my little whisk here and stir this all up. Get it all nice worked in. There we go. Now, I like to put in Yuenling. This is one of my preferred methods. I've also done this dish with Kokanee. It's a Canadian beer, and I've also done it with dead ale. I like all three of those. My favorite is Yuenling. Whenever I'm on a budget or I can't get a hold of the dark lagers, I will use Coors Light as backup. Now that's going to go, we're all going to be using the crock pot with this. Now my beer is going to get all mixed in with this and everything as well. So now I'm going to add in about, you want 12 ounces. And nice thing about Yuenling is it's 12 ounces for the bottle. I'm going to put a half in here, I'm going to put the other half, and I'm going to put it in my crock pot. I'll stir that up. And I use this instead of my water. Now, for my spices, I use a fourth a cup of chili powder, a fourth a cup of cumin, a fourth a cup of Worcester, a fourth a cup of sugar. I put in a tablespoon of coarse sea salt. I put in a tablespoon of minced garlic and a tablespoon of powdered garlic. Sometimes I like to put actual garlic cloves in, depending on how long I'm going to stew it in here. And then I put in a tablespoon of cayenne, red pepper, and ginger. Now mix that all up in here. Try to get all those spices worked in to every nook and cranny of that sauce. Look at that. Nice and pasty. Now, got all those spices worked in. I'm going to mix that into my crock pot. My vegetables. Now I put about not much in the way of onions. About a third of a cup. Then I chop about 2 tomatoes up. Oh, look at that, I already did it. Then I put a cup of corn in. I like to use golden hominy. When I can't get a hold of it, any corn will do. Sometimes I like to use the white corn. The white corn tends to go better with the Kokanee and the dead ale. I'll use regular yellow corn with the Yuenling, and 2 cups of kidney beans. Then just stir this all up, get it all mixed up. Once that's all done, I just put this on here, I flip it over to max, and I cook it for about 4 hours on max, stirring it occasionally, and then I slip it down to warm for about another hour or 2, and then it's done. It'll be nice and thick, and it'll be for dipping. Now, there is a specific trick to making all the flavors coming out. It's my scoops. I don't know how many times that I've gone without this and it just doesn't bring out the flavors. The corn chips and my dip just make it delicious. And that's it for my chili. It's been another Cook's Kitchen. You have a nice day.